Self-care is a continuous process of lessons and blessings, and it's the ultimate act of self-love, and it develops also personal growth. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to start a self-love journey for growth. In some ways, how I plan to level up in 2022. Hey ladies, I'm Stephanie and I'm your self-care advocate. 2021 showed me that I can do anything if I just simply allow myself to love on myself and to show up for myself each and every day. And to me, that is what leveling up is all about. And I want to keep that same energy in 2022. I want to continue to evolve and continue to grow in my self-love journey. Like I mentioned before, it's a journey. It's a continuous process that I want to just continue to elevate on. And I know that you want to as well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some ways on how you and me both can continue to elevate on this self-love journey. For me, I started my self-love journey, I would say initially about 8 years ago. And I talked about this in a video I made about why I decided to go natural. And so if you're interested in that video, I will link it somewhere in this video or down in the description box below. But I talked about it a little bit about when I first went natural, I started this self-love journey. And for me, it was all about finding me, finding Stephanie, finding what I loved, finding my voice, finding the love for me, my body, my flaws, my quirkiness, anything that just makes me me, and falling in love with that. And I have tried to stay true to that for the 8+ years I have been on this journey of rediscovering myself. And again, it's been a journey of lessons and blessings. And I want to share with you today some of the things that I did that when I first started on my journey that has helped me. And these are the things that I used when I felt like I fell off on my journey. And these are things that helped me get back on track. So the number one thing is to nourish yourself in all aspects, really taking a holistic approach to self-love. So for me, that is nourishing my mental. So am I dealing with some of the irrational thought processes that I have, or am I dealing with some of the things that I need to work on in my thinking and my negative mindset? Am I working on anything that may be keeping my mental state in a rut? So for me, what has helped me was therapy. What has helped me was meditation, and really just sitting with myself and really examining thought patterns and negative thoughts that may have occurred. So even if it's emotional, examining the mood swings that I may have, physical, spiritually, all aspects of you, I will encourage you to start to nourish those aspects. So the second thing that has really helped me on my self-love journey is to kind of put my own self in check, really examining my behaviors, examining my thoughts, examining my words, really digging deep on the places those things come from. If they're not positive, if my behaviors are not positive, my thought processes are not positive, and even if they are positive, also examining that. What makes me happy? What makes me feel joy? What makes me fulfilled? What makes me feel fulfilled? What makes me feel like I'm accomplished? Really examining those things so that I can do more of those things, and then examining the negative things so I can do less of those things. This just helps you to become self-aware of your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions, so that you can learn yourself, learn what your needs are, that you can enter into healthy relationships, that you can communicate better. All of these things allow you to become self-aware so that you can know what your needs are, what you will allow, what your standards are, and so on and so forth. So really examining those things, whether it be negative or positive, will really set you up to be on a great self-love journey. So for example, in the past, I wasn't really too keen on constructive criticism. Now, constructive criticism is not a negative thing. Now, side note here, if someone is constantly criticizing you and is not benefiting you or helping you, and you're not adding some type of positive reinforcement to that, then to me, that's just criticism, and I wouldn't even take that into account. But if it's someone you love and you know this person have the best interest at heart for you and want to see you succeed and grow, then I would take that constructive criticism to heed, because this allows you to put yourself in check and become aware of your behaviors and your words and your thoughts, so that you can work on them, so that you can begin to grow from those things. So to me, constructive criticism made me feel like I was inadequate. And I learned along the way that that was just a irrational thought process that I was having. It doesn't mean that I am not worthy, or I'm not able to ever do anything in life. It just means that I'm doing a good job here, and in this area I can improve, and it helped me to ultimately succeed in life, so that I can be a better person, a better woman. Really checking yourself and putting yourself in check and examining those thoughts, those behaviors and feelings, whether they be positive or negative, is one way that you can start on your self-love journey. Third thing that I did to start my self-love journey was I started to really fall in love with my body, whatever state that was at. When I was younger, I've had body image issues for as long as I can remember. That really damaged my self-esteem and how I saw my body. And as I got older, I started to work on that. I started to really fall in love with my body, accept it for what it was, and move on. When I began my self-love journey, I knew that it would have to take me starting to love something that really bothering me. First, I had to change my mindset about it. I had to really focus on the positive things and not focus on what society tries to tell me. Just loving who I am, period, is so important. And so on any self-love journey, I want to encourage anyone who is starting off to love the thing, that start to try to love the thing, fall in love with the thing that really grinds your gears about yourself, or you really don't like about yourself, because this thing will allow you to free yourself of that mental bondage that we put ourselves in. So I just want to pause here and ask you, how will you show yourself love today? I would love to know. Just put that in the comments down below. Let's start chatting there about some of the ways that you will begin to love yourself today. Fourth thing I did to start on my self-love journey was I started to be intentional about getting dressed every day. Now, there's some days where it doesn't work out the way it's planned. I'm not going to put the extra effort into getting dressed, like my makeup, and really I'm trying to put together a cute outfit. Some days I'm just going to throw on a t-shirt and some jeans and I'm out the door. But for the most part, I started to really get intentional about my dressing, really going through my wardrobe, really getting into my style, what type of style that I like. And so the more that we fall in love with ourselves and we're more in tune with ourselves, the more that we will find our own personal style. It really helps you to not only look good, but feel good about yourself. I work from home, and me just being in my pajamas all day does not work for me. I need to actually get up, put clothes on, and get dressed. And working from home has been even more of a challenge, because I try to challenge myself to not just put on some sweatpants. I really try to challenge myself to really get in a nice outfit for the day. Whereas if I needed to run errands, I don't have to change into some other outfit to look presentable on the outside, but I also want to get dressed, like really get dressed like I'm going to the office. I mean, not wearing like a blazer or anything like that, but really put on real clothes for that day. So it's been a great journey to be on, but yeah, get intentional about getting dressed, and this will be a great benefit to your self-love journey. The fifth thing I started to do on my self-love journey was journal and make a list of all of the things that I was grateful for. This really put a lot of things in perspective. This could be from the small things that you may be grateful for to the big things you're grateful for. Whatever you feel grateful and thankful to God for, write it down, because that you will be surprised how that list will add up and get longer and longer and longer, to the point where you're like, I have nothing to complain about. If you have that list and you start jotting things down, then you will realize you really don't have anything to complain about. You really don't have anything to stress and worry about, because there are so many things to be grateful and thankful for. And once we really write it down, start to change our mind and our perspective on a lot of things that we try to worry, or a lot of the negative things that we dwell on. So just writing a gratitude, or even having a journal, just specifically like a gratitude journal, really will be helpful on your self-love journey, because this will allow you to not dwell on just the negative things, but you'll have a list of blessings that you have along the way that will just allow you to start loving life even more. The sixth thing that I did to start on my self-love journey, and this kind of piggybacks off the previous tip, is to start writing out your goals and your affirmations. I really believe that when we start writing things down, that's when they become real. That's when you can see it. That's when you can feel it. That's when you can envision it. When you write it down, it just becomes that more real. As an example, when someone who likes to read, a lot of people say this, is that they really love to have the actual book in their hand. And I think that's because it just feels more real that you're reading. You can really imagine the characters more. I feel like when you have that actual book in your hand when you are reading, it's the same thing when you're writing down your affirmations and your goals. You can really envision it. You can see it on paper, and so that allows you to see it in real life. And so for me, I started to write down my goals, my affirmations. I have little sticky notes, like I have them right here. I was doing a devotional today and I wrote this down. It says, God is always where he said he will be, in prayer and his word, and in my heart. And I wrote this down as a reminder to myself that God is always near me. And so I think that is so key to self-love, because we get distracted by so many things in life, and when we're looking around and we're distracted, we can always look at these little notes that we can leave to ourselves. I even leave little videos to myself on my phone when I am feeling at my best. So I know that there's be times when I'm not feeling the best. I can always go back to that video and I can look at myself and hear myself and affirm myself that I am who I am worthy, I am blessed, and all these great things. So I think writing them down will make things just that more real. And the last but not least step towards my self-love journey is getting active. Now, I know that is different for everybody. Getting active can mean just walking around your block every day, gardening, doing things around the house, cleaning your house, organizing your house, whatever that may be. For me, it's exercise. I learned that when I exercise, I feel good about myself. I feel at my best. I feel motivated. I just feel really, really confident. All the above, I feel good. So I want to incorporate more activity in my life, more exercise in my life, going forward here in 2022. So I hope that you will be on this journey with me as well. I will be posting some of my fitness journey on this channel. So if you would be interested in following me along on the journey, or joining the getting on the fitness journey with me, then I welcome you to it. Just shows that one step forward of taking action to really take care of my body and showing it the love and care that it deserves. That is all I have for this video. I really enjoyed making this video because I love talking about self-care and self-love, because it's just so important, especially for women. We often neglect our self-care, especially professional women who also have families and careers and businesses and stuff like that, and we often neglect it. And so that's why I'm here just advocating for us, because it's so crucial that we just keep and prioritize our self-care. So if this video was helpful to you, please don't hesitate to like and share it with someone else you think it may be helpful to. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to be added to my email list, because I am going to be releasing a Journey to Self-Love series via email. So I don't want you to miss out on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Until next time, I will see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.
Mom and dad's only daughter, do I make